Happy Sunday, Stampers and Paper Crafters. This is Facebook Live number 368. My name is Joy Borwedge, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in Burnsville, Minnesota, and I have been a demonstrator since August of 1999. Feels weird. I haven't done a Facebook Live since the Sunday before Thanksgiving. I had cookies, and I took 12 days off of work. That includes Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving, and started it then. Ended on Sunday, came back to work on the 9th, and delivered a bunch of cookies. And finally, 95% of it is gone out of the house. No more sugar. There's a little bit left, but I normally keep everything out of the house. But I saved some this year, which is really weird for me to do that. But I slept a lot this weekend and put things away, organized. So I got a stamping video, Facebook Live today. And I'm like, I got to do it. It's Sunday. I haven't done one for 2 Sundays. Thursdays, it just depends on what time I get home from work, if I'm able to do it or not. But I'm very happy to be here. And I got a really cute card for you. And I'm going to put you down at the table in just a second. And there are a lot of things going on at Stampin' Up! Right now. And I'm going to kind of tell you about that. And if you get motion sickness or like that, just look away. And I will let you know when I am done messing around with the camera. All right, so hold on. So hopefully everybody had a nice weekend and stayed warm. Holy crap, Minnesota, you were a little cold today. And Friday and Saturday, but I guess it warmed up a little bit today. And I didn't go outside very much, except for on my deck. So that was nice. Stayed in the house for a little bit, and I'm gonna put some light on the subject. And it feels really weird, like I got my Facebook Lives all caught up. My Instagram's all done. I got my Facebook winners. They're ready to go. They're stamped. And so I am all caught up on that. And so now it's waiting for my order to come in, my pre-order. So because of cookies, I kind of forgot the date. So this is the new celebration brochure. That's going to start taking place January 7th. And so what happens with that is when you purchase an order of $60 or more, you get to pick something out of here for free. And if you spent $120, you get to pick out 2 free items, or you get to pick one $120 item. So, or an item for $120. So it's just coming up. And this is the new spring mini catalog. It is from January through April. And again, it goes live January 7th. So if you would like to place a pre-order as a demonstrator, you can sign up and put those items in your cart. Now, there is the annual catalog, and so far we've not found out anything that's retiring from this catalog. However, the holiday mini catalog, we have found out there's quite a few things retiring, and it's going on the last chance list. And then the scrap booking brochure, that has items that are being on the last chance list. And the last chance list means that it's being retired, and some of it's at a discount while supplies last. And there's also the online exclusives. Now, these are items that do not see a publication, and they are coming. Now, there's some of these are the ones that are going to be coming out starting pretty soon in January. However, the things that are retiring, I'm just going to kind of quickly go through this just in case there's something that you are looking for. And don't forget the Color Coach is something that's out there. Now, the Latte Love Sweet Collection, that is being retired. Last chance list. The adhesive backed snowflakes. I forgot to circle that one. The adhesive backed shiny sequins. Those are on the list. And hopefully the blueberry. Now, like I said, these are in the online store. Hopefully I haven't missed anything. The deckled circles dies, that's being retired, along with the deckled rectangle dies. So if you have your eyes on these, get them before they run out. The cream quarter woven ribbon is being retired. The designer tags dies. This dry brushed metallic specialty designer series paper is being retired. And let's see, Filled with Cheer, which is a stamp set, photopolymer. And that is the Flowering Zinnia designer series paper, the Sweet Collection, Garden Meadow bundle, the Garden Meadow dies, the Garden Meadow stamp set. So this is just a list that a demonstrator put together and printed it off. So like I said, this is not a publication. Happy Little Things bundle. So the stamp set and the dies are retiring. They're on the last chance list. Let's see, anything else? The Latte Love bundle is being on the last chance list. So the stamp set and the dies. Sometimes just the bundle pricing is being retired, but when you see the stamp set and the dies being retired, that is not the case. The Magnolia Mood bundle is being retired. Meandering Meadows designer series paper. The Meandering Sweet Collection. The mini pocket envelope dies. The polka dot trim. The Naughty and Nice photopolymer. The Nested Friends dies. The painted texture 3D embossing folder, I was told. Pets and More, Playful Ghosts. Let's see, Potions and Spells dies bundle and stamp set. Queen Bee, Real Red Gold dotted trim. The Rhino Ready Dinosaur, Cling stamp set. Scenic Pumpkin Patch. Simply Sparkling Dies. The Simply Zinnia bundle, the dies, and the stamp set. That is retiring, or it's going to be on the last chance list. The So Very Merry photopolymer stamp set. Softly Said. Now these are all online exclusives that are being on the last chance list. The Textured Elements. The Textured Timber Cling stamp set. The Tropical Leaf Punch. The Trucking Along Punch. And the Warm Welcome. Now this is just things that I had printed up, and so hopefully I didn't miss anything out of here, but check that out. Things are at a cheap price, so that will help you, and saving money on your wish list. Okay, so again, my name is Joy Borwedge. My Instagram page has been updated up until today. The stampinforjoy.stampinup.net is my online store. You can use the new host code at 6KKKHK9R. And so when you have an order that is under $150, do not, you can use that host code. When it's over $150, do not use that host code. That way you can receive the benefits. Now I'm just going to move this up just a little bit because this is bugging me. Okay, I think I'm trying to keep it so that it's not crooked. All right, so penguinz33@outlook.com is my email address. So if you do not have the current catalog or the holiday mini catalog, I can send them to you if you do not have a demonstrator that you're working with. Okay, so today we're going to be working with, you know what, I got a couple other things to show you. Something that's coming out, Stampin' Up! Has a special release that is a designer series paper. And what's happening is they took some paper and they recolored them. So this is a refreshed beauty. This is a 12 by 12 designer series paper. Number 2, this is Serene Love. And this is, again, a 12 by 12 designer series paper. And this is called Shades and Hues. Hi, Pauline, welcome. And so these will be available, I don't remember when. So these are basically designs of previous designer series papers. And Stampin' Up! Went in and colored them with different colors. So they want to make that kind of a special treat. They've done this before, so it's kind of fun to play with. All right, so don't forget to check out the online exclusives. We have the Utterly Adorable. We have the beautiful, sweet collection called the Marble Elegance Collection. And that has the Happy Hibiscus bundle on here as well. So don't forget to check those out. And then Last Chance Products. Don't forget to shop that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of show some things that I have on hand just to show you what's going. And so the Painted Texture 3D embossing folder, it's not associated with the stamp set or anything, so that's on the Last Chance list. The deckled rectangles are on the Last Chance list, and from what I heard, they might not be available anymore. The deckled circles, that is on the Last Chance list. And the Autumn Expressions. Now, these are on the Last Chance list. It's probably going to be cheaper to buy them separate than the Woven Golden Leaves. Now, the designer series paper is not on the list. So get these while you can to add them to your collection at a really cheap price. Then I showed you the Zinnia. I really, really love this die set along with the stamp set. So this is what the dies cut out. So the images 1, 2, and 3, as you could see, stamp, and then they get die cut. So everything here is to put together a flower. And the designer series paper makes this, and it's going also away. And so there's a lot of colors that coordinate with it. And if you ever feel like you're in a slump, look at your catalogs and see what color Stampin' Up! Puts together in the designer series paper. Start with your paper and then work from there. So like right here, everything coordinates with each other, and you can get some beautiful colors going. Then the adhesive shiny backed sequins, those are on the last chance list, along with the Zinnia 3D embossing folder. And so that is the Sweet collection, and it was a lot of fun. I've done several Facebook Lives featuring this Sweet. Then the Everyday Dies, it's an online exclusive, and this is what it looks like. And the circles cut out. Now this one here will leave a frame if you cut your cardstock correctly. Same thing with this one. And so you can have this in one color and this in a different color. Same thing with this. So this is what the Everyday Detail Dies comes with. Again, that is on the last chance list, and it's in the online exclusives. Then we have, out of the holiday mini catalog, we have the Peaceful Season stamp set and dies. These are on the last chance list. Again, it's probably going to be cheaper to purchase these separately because things are at a discount. Then this is an online exclusive. I really love the fact that this one had 2 dies that coordinated with the majority of the greetings here, and so it's only 2 pieces. I just love this. So this really was a great stamp set with the words on the outside and the words on the inside, and you can mix and match as much as you want. So that is on the last chance list. This is the Peaceful Evergreens, and this was one of my favorite things to play with. I'm really sad it's going, but hopefully it will have something like this again in the new upcoming winter catalog. And so again, it's probably cheaper to buy this separately, and we'll have to say goodbye. And this makes me mad because the penguins are going away. I have to collect penguins, you know. And I forgot the Designer Series paper is also retiring, and the workshop kit that is in the digital scrapbooking kit, that is also retiring. This ribbon was so much fun to play with, and also that goes with the autumn. That's being retired. That was a lot of fun to play with. I love the fact that the inside, the center was a little see-through. So again, this is probably, hi Sherry, welcome. So again, it's probably cheaper to purchase these separately in the last chance list. Now, some things have been retired or discontinued already, and let's see, I don't know if I don't think I went in and I printed this off, and so some of these things are like the Happy Little Dies, that's actually discontinued already. The Deckled Circles is discontinued already. Sentimental, I wrote that down. But so some things are no longer available. They're not replenishing. And so everything that's on here on the last chance list, I actually crossed off the French items, and anything that was with the red circle or with the red dot next to it, I circled it off in the books to. So there's a lot of stuff on the last chance list. And so from the time that I printed this off, I'm sure there's several things that are probably already cleared out. So if you like something, I would say get it quickly, just because the deals don't last long and things run out very quickly. Okay, and so I just wanted to say that because of cookies, and I kind of lost my, I should say, the dates, I was not able to go in and order my mini catalogs and the celebration catalogs. Normally what happens is anybody who places an order, I send them within the last year, I send them one through Stampin' Up. Well, I'm going to have to buy some and then give them out. So it'll be a little while before I get that done. Okay, so let's show you the card and or the stuff that we're going to be playing with tonight. We're going to be using the Designer Series paper. Now, we're not going to use the in color, but we're going to use the Regals. And so the Designer Series paper has the same pattern, but the colors are different. So they have one in rich, the subtles, the neutrals, the Regals, and the brights. And so this is just the pattern. And so we're going to be playing with the Designer Series paper in the Regals. And so what I do is I put, on the back side, obviously I know the colors, but I put them on here just because it's a little small. And then anything that's cut into is on my back side. And so the front part is the full sheets. And then, so we're going to be playing with that. We're also going to be using the Pocket Thoughts dies. This is in the annual catalog, and it's on page 62. Now, this is a quarter sheet. So this paper, pumpkin pie. So this is what the dies, you get 3 dies in here that make a pocket. And so this here, the pumpkin pie, is a quarter sheet. So you can make a really cool front part of your card. We're also going to be using the dotted circles. And this is a 3D embossing folder, and it's a big one. I really like the fact that you can, this is 8.5 inches long. 8.5 this way. So, if you're doing something, say with a scrapbook page, you can, do a whole piece right in here and have that on there. So we're going to be using that today. Better not put that in this pile because then I will not know where I put it. We're going to be using the Choose Happy stamp set, and this is in the annual catalog. I'm just going to put that up a little closer. I love the stamp set, not just because it has a penguin, but you can put choose love, choose happy, choose joy. And then I just realized something today when I was doing my card. We're going to do O and then happy day. Well, you know what? If you flip that upside down, you could do ho, ho, ho. Isn't that cool? Okay. And, they should have a snowman on here. Because they got a penguin, I know, but still. We're going to do a birthday card. So we're going to be using that, Choose Happy. And then we're also using the Something Fancy dies. It's on page 79 in the annual catalog. And we're going to be using the smaller tag. I'm just kind of using a mishmash of stuff, huh? And then the pocket dies. So this is what it looks like. The big one is this one. And so you put it through and it scores everything for you. So all you have to do is fold. How cool is that? All right. And anything else we need to show you? Nope. Okay. So this is the color Real Red that is in the Regals. Okay. So we're actually going to use Blueberry Bushel. So I'm going to show you how to do the blue card. We're going to make the same style of card. And I'm not going to show you the inside, and I'm not going to show you what's on here. You're just going to have to stick around and keep watching. All right, So now somebody actually is going to win this card. So during the video, number one, all you have to do is do a thumbs up or a heart. That gets your name entered into the drawing to win today's card, which will be the blueberry bushel one. Then if you leave a comment, all you have to do is say hi. That gets you entered, okay? And then if you share this on your timeline, that gets you entered 2 times. Now, number one, that helps me get my name out there. And number two, you might inspire a friend that hasn't maybe touched their stuff in a while to make a card and then send a card and make someone's day. All right, I'm going to take a drink. All right, that was more than just a drink, but that was yummy. Okay, so let's get with this. So let's see, we're going to be using that. And I got all that out of there. Okay, so I'm going to move this off to the side here. Whoa, 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 whoa. And let's pull everything out so that you have dimensions. Now this is actually going to be a simple card. So that you can recreate it. Now, if you wanted to do something like this and make it a Christmas card, go ahead. But I wanted to make today's card, no more cards about Christmas, because I got, like I said, all the Facebook Live winners. Hopefully, I'm going to put that out tomorrow, and it will get out soon. Some of those happen to be Christmas cards, so if you send them to somebody, hopefully that gives enough time to get them in. So no more Christmas cards for me. Okay, so this is a scrap piece of Designer Series paper. It is 3/8. And off that said piece of Designer Series paper, this is the blueberry bushel. And this is a half piece. Now, I actually, while cutting this, I made a mistake. And so that's where this one came from. I'm like, hey, I can use that. So this one here is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, and that is going to go directly on here. Okay, so it's just going to have a slight. This is blueberry bushel as well, so it's going to give it a slight border all the way around. So this is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. Okay, this is a piece of scrap basic white. Did I put that? I just want to make sure everything stays in the frame. This piece is 3 3/4 by 4 1/4. And this piece is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And this piece is for the die. Okay, so it has to be. What I did is I put it on my paper trimmer and I measured it so that it was just a little bit this way and a little bit this way, you know, so a little bit longer. So it is 4 1/2 by 5 1/2. And so that is what we're going to be playing with today. And I'm just going to let that sit there for a moment, because then that way, if you want to come back and say, you know, I really like that layout. Now, if you don't have the pocket dies, you could certainly do the same exact layout, but then use a piece of paper that goes on the front like this, and then just trim it down, put a little punch there. So you could do the same layout, okay, without the dies. But if you want to get the pocket dies, I mean, this one is perfect. The center one for gift cards. And this is really fun for using, I don't know, cute little things on the inside of a card. All right, so let's get going. We'll take all this off. I actually, so a week ago today, I was chopping up fudge and getting everything sectioned off because at work we have, I had to take off my sweatshirt. At work we have a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday crew, and then a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday crew. And then that's a different department. And then our crew works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And some people do work Sundays. So I took my cookies and separated them Monday through Friday and brought cookies in every single day. And everybody was just pretty impressed. And I was just happy to do that. One of the reasons why I do it is because the holidays are not necessarily great for people. And you might be missing someone. Someone might have passed away. This might be, your first Christmas alone without that special someone, a family member. So if I can make someone happy with a little bit of chocolate and a little bit of sugar, that's my line of thinking. And so I also give it to my friends as a gift. Now this is a gift card, and we're going to use that. I think, first of all, though, we're going to get out my Stampin' Pearson mat, and we're going to use this ribbon. I ran out of ribbon as I was doing this, and this is the vanilla and black ribbon, and so I'm like, I might as well just take it off the spool, and then I'll know where I'm at. I go squirrel, don't I? Often. Okay, so I am just going to do about that much, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to actually put a little bit of adhesive right there so I don't lose it, because I can use that in, maybe I can't make a bow with it, but I could certainly use that somewhere. So I do have another roll of it, but I don't want to lose it, because you can use that little tiny piece for what I'm about to do. And I am going to use the light blueberry bushel, and I'm going to use, now I'm actually going to do this on the back side, because this is going to drive me crazy, because my I just put a new cover on here, and to have this blue strips hanging over, just having that, it's going to drive me nuts. All right, so I'm just going to get anything that I might have missed. I flipped it over. Okay, and so now we're just going to leave that alone, and that is going to go. You could do that with the light or the dark, but because if you looked at the colors here, I wanted to kind of stay with the same color scheme, so I didn't want to go darker. So I'm just going to let that. Now I'm going to flip that over, and now I'm not going to have too many issues. I'm just going to leave that sit there for just a moment and let that kind of dry up. All right, so this piece right here, all it's going to do is hold this in place, okay? And so what I am going to do is I'm going to take a piece of tear-and tape, and I'm going to actually flip this over, and I'm going to mark it, because that way I know where my tear-and tape needs to be. And I am going to use just the platypus side, and I'm just gonna go from here to here, and that way I could see where the indentations are, and then I know where to put my
tear end tape, and then I won't waste it too much. Just a little bit, not a lot. All right, so we're gonna put the tear end tape, and I'm gonna get out my silicone mat because then it's easier to see those indentations. Let's see, now find my end. And I'm actually going to use my scissors. I normally don't do this, but with my tear and tape, and I'm just going to sit down for a few seconds so I could see this without getting my head in the way. And I guess we could go right there. And we're just going to snip that off. Now I'm going to use adhesive scissors. I only use these for anything that's sticky. I'm just going to push down and burnish that. And then again, I could see where that is. You could probably do this differently. This is just the way I'm doing it. And I put that down too far. I'm going to waste a little bit more than I wanted to. All right, so I'm going to burnish that down. And then I'm going to use my people poker to lift that up because I don't have fingernails. So I started baking. So I have different things that I cook for cookies. I make baking cookies, the kinds that you have to put in the oven. And then I do fudge. And then I do, what is it? Truffles. And so Thursday, which was Thanksgiving, Mike made turkey. And so he needed the oven. So then I decided to use the stove and make fudge. So I was, oh, did I take the other one off? Yes, I did. Oops, we're going to do this, try to do it straight. There we go. So this can stay. And burnish that down. But anyways, so I started Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And so I did a little baking. And then when Mike needed the oven, I actually started doing fudge. And so that Friday, I took a knife and I sliced my nail down, just down this way. And I'm like going, wow, it didn't hurt and it didn't bleed, but I didn't want to have stuff inside. So I put, what is it called? Cortisone stuff to make it pretty, and I put a Band-Aid on it, and then I put a latex glove on this hand. And so then after that, that latex glove was driving me nuts. So I put glue, I put this glue, the fine tip glue pen underneath it. So I pushed that down and I put fingernail polish on it. And so that worked. So that was my way of getting around. And like I said, there was no blood, no nothing. So, and when I would take a shower, and I would just make sure that the part that got lifted up, it stayed down so it didn't hook on anything, because that would really hurt if it were to rip something off. Okay, so now that this is dry, I'm going to have to go back and read that. The fudge that I make a sweet and salty fudge, and that I get the most compliments on that fudge. And I found it in a magazine. And then I have an Oreo cookie fudge that I make. And then I make this year I made a pistachio cranberry fudge. Now I won't make it again. It was okay. But I have made a key lime fudge, which is amazing. Before I have made a pumpkin fudge. Let's see, what else have I made? Let's see. All right, so that is a stapler. Stampin' Up! Doesn't have a stapler anymore, but that is our stapler. And so that is going to go on the inside of our card. And we're going to clip those little parts off. So let's get rid of this. Well, actually, let's stamp something. No, let's not. What are we going to do? I think we're just going to leave that. And let's go to the inside of the card and stamp that piece right here. We're going to lay that down, and that is going to be our guide. Now, if I make a boo-boo, I can flip it over, so I'm not going to attach yet. But I want to make sure that I have everything ready. So we're going to use everything from this stamp set. And I'm going to get all my words. We're going to get all my words out. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp the happy in Blueberry Bushel. Now, like I said, I did not do this color combination. I did the red. And so we were using, in here for the candles, we used Real Red, and then Melon Mambo, and then Pumpkin Pie. And that's what the colors are up here. So we're going to do that, kind of using, for the candles, we're going to use Blueberry Bushel, Flirty Flamingo, and what's it called? Berry Burst. And then for our flame, we're going to use Daffodil Delight. So we also have the ink pads for that. So we're going to get out Clips of Coral, and I'm going to put that up there. And Berry Burst over here. I'm putting those over there, so then that way I'm not going to accidentally stamp it in the wrong thing. Okay, and we also have the Memento. So we're going to do Happy. And I'm going to kind of do it Kitty Wampus. And the idea is to, let's see, we'll keep that over there so I don't drop anything. We're going to move that back because we're going to use the colors again. But I just want to make sure I'm not going to drop anything in there. Now, we're going to write Happy Birthday, and then birthday is going to be in let's just test that out and see. Yep, that looks good. Happy Birthday is going to be in that. Okay, so that is what color is that? Berry Burst. I have the French version facing. So when you put your cards together, or your lids together, so you can have one, so the front part says Berry Burst, and then the back side says whatever language you want, and then the inside you put the one that doesn't have anything on it. And so that way, depends on if you're across the table or if it's flip-flop backwards, you could still see that this is Berry Burst. Okay, so then now we're going to stamp the candle in black. memento. And that is going to go. I'm trying to do this without looking through the camera. Kind of kitty wampus a little bit. Aw, man. See if I could do that. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I am not that good. Nope. Nope, we're doing that over. See, that's the reason why you do not attach. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, put that down. Okay. Not straight, on purpose. Berry burst, kind of straight. And I got a little on the edge. Tap, tap. Wipe it on my pants. Okay. I'm going to clean that up in just a little bit. And stamp that. There we go. Much better. Okay. So then now we are going to, I'm going to close these up. I'm going to need them again, but I just have trust issues. And plus we have to get the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine out. And so now we are going to color our flame with the daffodil. Now these are just regular markers, and we're going to do a thicker tip. This is the skinny tip, but Stampin' Up! Adjusted these. This is an old one, and look at how small the head is of that compared to this one. I mean, that is all ink right there. And just the tiny, tiny little tip on here. So you will be able to use this to color better and also to write. So if you want to color coordinate your greeting, saying Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, whatever it is you wish to say. All right. There we go. That's the inside of the card. So yay, that looks good. And we're going to put the piece right on here. We're going to have a little white show across the edge there. And then we'll snip that off. And then we'll come back with the Wink of Stella after we're done. But, you know, that's going to be cute. Okay, so then the inside of the card, we are going to stamp. We're going to clean this off with the Simply Chamois. And we're going to grab our Versamark. And we're going to ink up. This is the Versamark you can use in the embossing, or you can use it as a watermark. And so it just shows up a little bit darker than the actual color. So it leaves a watermark. So it's actually a lot of fun to use in different ways. All right, so that is the inside of our card, and we're going to attach that. Nobody's going to even see the boo-boo on the back side. And that is going to have a nice frame all around. Okay, so let's go and grab the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. I'm gonna squish out, see if I can do that. Nope, I'm already squished out enough. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we are going to die cut this piece right here, and this is going to be our big piece. And because this is a flat edge, you want to put that in at a diagonal. Same thing with this edge. So it depends on, it doesn't matter which way you put it in, but you want to, because it's flat, you want to put it towards the rollers at an angle so it doesn't put that much pressure on the rollers. And it doesn't necessarily need a Post-it note, but I'm still going to use one just because I am going to put another piece on here, which is the white piece. And now I got to find it. There it is. It's hiding. So I'm going to snip this off a little bit so that it fits better. Just right down here. And I can use that piece. That's going to fit perfectly. All right, so here, where is my top part? Where did I put it? Right here. All right, so then, oh, well then, hey, let's move that up just a little bit more. Seeing as how I have more space, I don't want things, you can use your whole platform. There we go. And now put that down. And then now this can fit better. Okay, make sure nothing moved on me. And now we're going to roll that through. And that cracking is normal. Yeah, the first time I used that, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm breaking it. And that was not the case. So that was good. Okay. So we're going to stamp on that. Put that back in on the magnetic sheet. And see, that just worked out perfectly. So not a lot of waste on that. Okay, so I think we are done with this part. We need just this one. And the gray plate. So we are going to take this and we're going to use the bone folder and give that a nice press. All right, a nice burnish. Okay, so then now this is going to go into this folder. And I like to do it that it's kind of not always in the center. and then put that through. Hi, Pauline, welcome. Okay, so that should... So when you burnish that going through, it gives you a really nice crease. And now you can put that tear-in tape on there, and you're not going to fight with it. So that's the largest of the Pocket Thoughts dies. All right. Okay, so we're going to grab the Stampin' Pearson mat again, and we're going to grab the Memento, and we're going to clean off the candle because we used that in Versamark. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Clean, clean, clean. Okay, so then now, just going to make sure that's good. So we're going to do the same. I'm going to sit down. I don't know why I feel the need to sit down. I guess because I just want to make sure that I am hitting this and not looking through the camera. Okay, so that's good. All right, so then now we're going to take that and we're going to clean that off again. We're done with it, but I like to clean off my stamps so that the ink doesn't stay on there because it's photopolymer. Okay, so then now we are going to do Oh Happy Day. Yeah, so we don't need birthday anymore because we did birthday on the inside. See, that turned it pink, and that's okay. You could still see through it, but some of the pigments happen to change the color. Okay, so now we're going to do the Blueberry Bushel. Okay, so that's going to go happy. And that's going to go kind of kitty wampus again. And we're going to close that up. So we're done with that one now. And then we're going to do Calypso Coral. And now, like I said, that says oh. But for Christmas, you can do ho. So you could do ho, ho, ho. So this is going to say, in Calypso Coral, O. And then it's going to say happy, and then day. So this is going to be a birthday card that you can give to anybody. Oh, happy day. Okay. And then, oh, I just got my fingers in the pretty Berry Burst. And, you know, they can scrub your fingernails just fine. All right. Luckily, I don't, well, I guess I could clean those, seeing as how I had that open. Clean the rest of the words off. I think we are done stamping. Okay. And we got the candles. Yep. We're done with the candles. And birthday. We already did birthday. Okay, good. I think we're done. So now we have to color. Okay, so I'm going to sit down and color. So if you guys have any comments, I will come back to those. All right, so we're going to use, like I said, we're just using markers today. one of the things that's on the last chance list is when Stampin' Up! Came out with the new colors, the new card colors, they made markers in the new card colors. And so those markers are on the last chance list. Not the colors, just the markers, because it's sold as a group. Stampin' Up! Is not getting rid of the colors, but those markers, it's a great idea to have a backup. And like I said, they're just the regular markers. And I'm coloring every other one in the blueberry bushel. And then I'm starting every other also. All right, so this one, and it goes pretty quick when you're doing it this way. I guess I was trying to pick colors I haven't played with for a while. I was trying to pick colors that I haven't played with for a while. So, Flirty Flamingo, Blueberry Bushel, the Designer Series paper, the Rich Regals, the Regals. So I haven't played with that paper for a while. So I was trying to think of what I could do and make a birthday card. Like I said, I'm not going to make any more winter cards because, I mean, I guess I could use, you know, winter birthdays because I'm done with Christmas, because I don't want somebody to win a card and then not be able to use it. Now this is Berry Burst. That was Flirty Flamingo. I just picked bright colors that looked kind of fun. You know, that would go with that color coordination. Okay, so then we're going to start putting stuff together now. Okay. All right, I need to take a drink. All right. Okay, I'm going to grab my silicone mat again. And I am going to put this on here. And I'm going to put that down and just use that to cut it off. I don't tear very well. The ripped, jagged edges. I'm not very good at that. I don't have fingernails. So, all right. So I'm just going to push that all the way down, give that a nice burnish, rip that off. This is my Pampered Chef thingy. I keep it in my little circular bin over there. And then we'll come back. All right. So then now I am going to take my bone folder and just give that a nice burnish, because these guys are embossed. So I want to make sure that they stay very well. And then, hey Judy, then I'm just going to take that off. All right, so that's ready to go. And then, so this is the front of the card. I am going to put the adhesive on the front. Now this is 5 or 1/8 shy. So it's going to be a very tiny border all the way around. Okay. Okay. So then now this piece is going to lay right in here, just like that. And again, I am going to use my bone folder to burnish that down because this is embossed and I want it to adhere nicely to the inside of the card. I'm going to cut from this corner diagonal to that corner. So then I have nah, I don't like that one. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do this one to that one. There we go. Much better slant. I'm not very good at the slants, so I like it when I can use the direction on here. All right. So then that tells you you have to pull that out. So that holds it just like that. Now, whoever wins this card is not getting that gift card in there because, number one, it's already been used. So I'm not going to send you a used card. And so far, that's it. All right, so then now we're going to take that one and we're going to grab my dimensionals. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to stab and grab those backings, throw them away, and that is going to go right there, kind of right in that center. Okay, so then now we're going to use blueberry, well, I think we're going to do berry burst. Dark berry burst. We're going to do rhinestones. And we're going to color. Now I'm going to use my nib tip and I'm going to color a rhinestone. And there's a little one. There seems to be, I wonder if this one is actually, there we go. Okay, so because this is the brush tip, be very careful and just kind of tap it, okay? You can break your bristles. There we go. That's the color I wanted. You could break your bristles by using your brush tips on there. Okay, so then I'm just going to use my scissors to grab that. Put one down there. The medium one right there. And the little tiny one right up there. So, now the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to take the Wink of Stella and we're going to color in the flame. There's a lot of candles on the bottom of this one. Okay, so it will dry, and then I'm just going to put that in there so that it gives the air. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the fine tip glue pen and there is a little air bubble in there. So we're just going to clean that up. And we're going to put a little bit of this clear glue right on the candle. And then it's going to be like our crystal effects we used to have. I haven't done this in a long time, but crystal effects was one of my favorite things to use back in the day. And this is basically the same thing. So what it's going to do, it's going to dry, but it's going to have texture to it. And because we used the Wink of Stella underneath it, it's now going to have a sparkle. So you could probably see the sparkle underneath a little bit there, but it's going to have that texture, and the inside is just going to have, you know, the sparkle. We're not going to do that on the inside. But what do you think of the card? Isn't it kind of cute? So who wants to win this card? So all you have to do is do a thumbs up or a heart. That gets your name entered into the drawing. Then, Carolyn, hi. Then leave a comment. You could say hi. You could say cute card or something, you know, Merry Christmas. Then, if you share this on your timeline, thank you very much, Sherry. Or, you know, share this on your timeline. That gets your name entered 2 times. So maybe a friend that hasn't touched their stuff for a while might be inspired to make a card. I'm going to clip this one off a little bit more. This one's bugging me. I don't want them the same height. There. Much better. Now I'm happier. Okay, so then I want to say thank you very much for hanging out with me on a Sunday evening. So this is what it looks like in blue, and this is the original in red. And like I said, whoever wins this card, thank you very much, Judy. So as you can see, that dries nicely. But whoever wins this card, you can finally comment. Well, I haven't been on for a while, Carolyn, since the Sunday before Thanksgiving, because I've been doing cookies. Yeah, I basically I was, I was getting up between 8 and 10 o'clock in the morning and going to bed anywhere between 12:30 and 5:30 in the morning. So I got everything done in time. I got to bed at a decent time on Sunday before I had to go to work. It's been really slow at work. So I have been getting off early every day this week except for Friday. I stayed into my normal time, but I had cookie deliveries and like to my father-in-law and his girlfriend and things like that. And so I am almost done with no more cookies. Now I have to work on Christmas and get my Christmas cards done. But like I said, all the winners for Facebook Live, yes. So I got my Facebook winners picked, and so it's going to be, a little while before this one gets done, picked and everything. So I'm all caught up on that. So, yeah. Again, thank you very much. I'm sorry you couldn't comment, Carolyn. Now that you got back on, I'm leaving. I'm sorry. But it was good to see you. So, which one do you guys like better, the blue or the red? I think they both turned out pretty cute. So, I want to say thank you very much, guys, for coming in on and commenting and liking and sharing. That really, really helps me out and makes me come back. So, I hopefully will be back on Thursday with a new card. I pre-order. You like both, okay. My pre-order should be coming. Our new event is gonna be, I think, the last Saturday in February, so save the date. I think it's like the 22nd or something like that. So I'll have to look into that, and I'll have that on Thursday for sure. So you like the blue? Thank you. So everybody have a great week. I look forward to seeing you then. Hopefully we'll be back on Thursday.